because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought
What
against Diddy.
is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the studio once again.
All right, you guys, we about to get into it, man. This whole Diddy, Jay-Z. So it's starting to pop up. At first, I just thought it was a dig at Jay-Z with 50 Cent. You know, just talking about Jay-Z, but he kept implying like, wait till this stuff goes down with Diddy. Jay-Z's a part of it. Like, he's making these implications.
Yeah.
And you know,
has he been wrong so far?
He has not been wrong so far. It's so weird too, because I'm struggling with all of this because I'm actually was a big fan of Jay-Z. You know, I started seeing things where I can still be a fan of the music versus, let's say, his political ideologies, because that started getting me, because like during Obama's second term, I didn't like all the bombings and things that were happening that I was seeing in the Obama term, the economy. And so when Jay-Z starts just like, I was just like, yo, this is interesting. I started to vaguely see some things. But anyways, fast forward, and we just start seeing how all these people are connected. You mentioned Oprah. Anyways, you know what? Let's get this video started, you guys. If you're here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let's go. You know what it is.
40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. 40 boys are back in town. 40-year-old
What?
boys
What?
are back in town.
What?
The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, let's get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget, if you're only in it for the music reactions, we have a really dope music reaction channel, so tap in over there. But over here, we're going to be doing commentary on trending topics. We want to try to get to a place where we're reacting to funny stuff, too, and keep it funny in here. So don't stress. Look, this stuff is just what's popping right now. And it actually, you know, like, I'm in the industry. We're both doing entertainment, so it's really unique and in the wheelhouse.
And it's been it taps into something that I have been curious about and have been investigating for years on a personal note, just because, you know, when I started seeing these things pop up initially, like in 2017, I started hearing these rumors. It just was so bizarre that and having a kid, you know, just put it in a different light, and I just started scratching because it seemed like crazy. I was like, this is crazy. It can't be true. But the more I scratched, the deeper I dug, and the more I learned, I was like, I just became convinced that there was this whole network that was going on underneath the surface that people weren't talking about. And I actually am kind of glad that it's coming to light now, because I think I've mentioned this before, but I honestly felt like I was crazy. It's like, who do you talk to about this? Who do you bring this up to? It's like I would try to talk to people and they're like looking at me like I'm crazy, and now it's finally come to light, and it's like, oh gosh, it's like a weight off me, because I'm no longer carrying this burden by myself of this knowledge.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's dark, and it's been going on a long time, and a lot of people, it just, anyways, I just think it's really interesting when you start connecting the dots, right? You know, when you start connecting the dots of Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and now Diddy, you're just like, there's always these reoccurring faces like Oprah, like Jay-Z. And it's just funny. It's funny who those people tell you to vote for as well. Yeah. That's what I think is really interesting. And it's so weird because, anyways, let's get into this clip and see where this goes. Let me make sure this is loud enough. All right, I'm just going to hit play.
Why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
That's wild.
It is wild because, like you
I didn't
said,
even think of it like that, though. Not like all of them. I was just started. I was like, oh my god, because you got to remember, oh my god, Jay-Z's connection with Aaliyah, and Aaliyah was the love of Dame Dash's life.
yeah.
Bro, this is.
But when did they start dating? How old was Aaliyah?
I mean, Aaliyah was in the game when she was 14. So R. Kelly was dating Aaliyah when she was 14 years old.
Yeah, and I saw that there was a connection between her and Aaliyah at 15. That's when Jay-Z came into the picture. And then I had a couple other clips. I was looking through trying to find it, but they were like connecting the dots with all these other young women as well that were all around that age range. Even like Beyonce, when did they start dating?
I don't know.
I think
They're
she was
just like 10 years apart, though, right?
Yeah.
We get into murky water because me and my wife are 9 years apart. I met her when she was 18.
No, but I think it's
and I
more
was
like
28,
they met when she was young.
and then she turned 19.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I always just be like, yo, how much can I say? Because I was like, yo,
yeah, but the difference is she wasn't 14 when you
yeah,
met her.
Yeah, I met her when she was 18. When we
Yes, exactly.
It was like 19 when we started dating. But
Yes.
yeah.
There's
Dude.
a huge difference. There's a huge
and
difference.
I haven't been to any islands.
Yes, exactly.
But anyways, yeah, dude, I'm kind of getting goosebumps.
It's sad
on how
and
she relayed that. We're halfway through the clip. I'm
Yeah.
like,
And it is sad on so many levels because in a lot of ways, this is our childhood. This is like people that, in some regards, I never was a big fan of Puffy or his music or any of that. I was on the fence with Jay-Z initially because I was like anti-industry, right? But then he grew on me and I was like, yo, he is ill. And then, certain things that he would do for the community to, help people out like he did with Lil Wayne. I started to see, even just like when he was talking about, in some of his more recent albums about how to invest money. And I'm like, yo, this is what we need as men that stray towards, the fuckery and, chasing after women and blah, blah, blah. I was like, good advice on like finances and don't just blow your money. And so I was proud of his like progression to start talking about those things.
yeah, what's interesting is Jay-Z is an icon in the culture of hip hop, and he means a lot to the culture. But when these dudes are involved with these darker forces, so I like and at some moment in time loved Jay-Z music. I actually was a big fan of Mace growing up. Like I loved Mace. I had his first album; it was really good. But that starts to include Puffy. But I actually liked Mace, but Biggie. And now you hear some of these suspect bars where you thought it was just a punchline that was dated. Like,
Yeah.
you look so good, I'd suck on your daddy's. You're like, huh? Yeah, you're like, what? Like, but all right, man, that's just back in the
Yeah,
day. That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
how we talked, man.
Yeah,
like,
he's just being crazy.
Cannabis said, no one could eat it like me.
Yeah.
And he's just talking about eating MCs. But I was like, now with Diddy, I'm like, there's a whole new meaning to this.
Yeah, you got to look over all those lines like, this hits
Bruh.
different now.
Yeah, it's real different. Especially, you guys, we're going to finish this on our 40-year-old FUQ Boys channel. So I'm going to tag that in the title and in the description. Go there to see the rest of this video because we're going to watch the rest of this clip. And he's going to get into some of the dark stuff about Jay-Z too, because he was involved with this satanic woman. I forget her name, but we're going to get into that because right now this is on our music reaction channel, and I want you guys to go check out our new channel where we discuss these trending topics and things of that nature. So yeah, see you guys over there. All right. Thank you guys who are here from the jump. We're gonna play this clip and keep going on this whole Jay-Z is tied to Diddy conversation. Now, as of now, it's just allegations. It's allegedly.